Good morning, afternoon, and evening, SuperCoach Elites. Welcome back to another SuperCoach Elites podcast, proudly sponsored by the patrons at patreon.com/SCElites and our mates at supercoachchampion.com. My name's Corey, and as always, alongside me is Bretta.
Hey Corey, it's good to be back for another SuperCoach Elites podcast. Extra good for me. It's the first one I've done this year where I've had a win on the weekend. So, I'm up and about. I'm feeling good about myself. And another man who always feels good about himself. Third member of that team, the Bonfz Express.
True. That's right. Bretta, the Bonfz Express is back. And I don't mind your little quips since you've made a return the past fortnight. And I'll tell you what, I have people watching on YouTube, because they don't see you, they're probably thinking, gee, what's going on here? Is there Brett? Isn't there Brett? And they've just got to wait for Corey's intro. But anyway, round 7's done. It took about 18 days for the round to complete. So, look, Corey, before we preview round 8, where can the listeners hit us up on social media?
Find us on Twitter and Patreon /SCElites. Find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube at SuperCoach Elites. I'll tell you what, Bonfz, it's a little bit confusing sometimes when I flick the intro and Brett's here because, as always, Brett jumps in first. It's just tradition. We don't break tradition here. Tradition, mate. And I get a little bit confused when I segue across to Bretta and don't hear choo-choo straight away. I always think that the intro's fucked up somehow, but no, we got it. Brett, good to have you here. How fucking shit must your opponent be if you got to win, by the way?
Oh, he's the best team in the league, actually, and he scored quite nicely. And despite my two, honourable mentions to the two boys, Hayden Young and Will Hamill, combining for 13 points this weekend, I still pushed 2,200. One thing to note is the games have just ended. So when we're recording this podcast, so apologies if there's a couple of things that happen in the next few days, obviously, but before you guys get to listen to this podcast. So yeah, I'm pushing 2,200 before scaling. I'm not sure exactly what I got, but
so fucking tough. We'll probably talk about our scores for this week next week. Or maybe drop them before the pod wraps up. That'll probably be the way to go. Tough to pod when a game's only just finished and we don't have all the data and kind of no research, and it becomes a little bit trickier than what it normally would. But the show must go on. How fucking crazy are we going to be post this round 8 coming into, what is it? 30. What was it? 6 rounds in 32 days?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit chaos. Not sure how it's going to work. And
I think the game will finish. Game will finish at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. We'll have to pod and be up at 9 a.m. on a Wednesday.
This isn't the Premier League, Corey.
Yeah. Lucky I'm extremely flexible with my schedule and always seem
it's good that we've got people like you on here, Brett, that we can just really hit up. And, it's going to be tough, like trying to sort out around Bonfz. It can let us down a little bit. Bonfz is a little bit flat tonight, Bretta. Good story for you. Good story. So, my stepbrother Reeve, who's in our Elites Div 1 league, and me and Reeve were texting on Wednesday night, I think it was, and Reeve sent me a message, I think it might have been during the day, saying, is there any way we can get Jai Simpkin in the team this week? What can we do? And I said to Reeve, look, it's probably a great week to double downgrade, but it's up to you. Let me know what you want to do. And we were talking about his trades on Wednesday night, and he's like, yeah, I'll go the double downgrade this week. And then up next week. So he voided Jai Simpkin, ended up grabbing Isaac Rankin, who he would have missed out on instead, and wiped Bonfz out.
How do you feel about that, Bonfz? Because he is young, he is a promising super coach, but you are someone who has dedicated 90% of your life to this, and you've been beaten by basically a rookie, first-year player. Not a first-year player, he's been around for a little bit.
He's been around for a little bit now.
How are you feeling, Bonfz?
You know what, Brett? I've got a name you can call me, actually. And do you want to know what it is?
Not particularly, but you're going to say it no matter what.
Yeah, well, you got that right. I'm going to say it anyway. You can just call me Marcus Bontempelli because I don't really care anymore about this.
Almost irrelevant.
It's just irrelevant. He's probably the highest averaging player in my team, Brett. Has not been a good one, and I'm looking forward to 2021. And so from this point out, it's tryouts in my team. Timmy coming in this week for next year. And he'll get a little run in the Bonfz Express, see how he performs, and we'll kind of go from there.
Like that. I must say, Bonfz, I've had a bit of a down week this week. I got my ass wiped too. I'm not feeling too great like the rest of the community, mate. Just feeling, put your safety goggles on when you have a bit of a down week, boys. You got to be responsible though. So it's about protective measures and bouncing back. So for those that are not on YouTube, jump across and you get a bit of a view. Yeah, we've got to make sure we're safe in SuperCoach. We've got to make the safe picks moving forward. And we'll be should have segued this a little bit later on, but it's all about being safe and just put your mask on during the week. It's not hard. They're really good. If I can pod in it, then definitely we can wear the mask. Exactly, community. So just put the mask on. Stop your fucking whinging. They're not really that hard. Give you a demonstration. There we go. Flicks right off. Nice and easy.
You're a fucking idiot.
Fuck,
Well, now that's out of the way, Corey.
Let's get into the rookies. What do we have? We had a couple of, a couple of the senior boys kick off this week too. Day, Simpson, Rankin, they all scored well. I think Day was a little bit unlucky, Bonfz. We know you had a bad day on Sunday, having to watch Day absolutely shit the bed and lose a set of golf balls to me.
But you still haven't sent me, by the way. I messaged you about quarter time of that game, and I said, "Send me the balls you want."
Yeah, I didn't want to send it because I wasn't overly optimistic that he wasn't going to get it because he was looking pretty good. But for those that don't know, we had a bet last week for a $40 back of balls that Simpson would outscore Day. Easiest money I've ever made, to be honest. But they're all still options. They're all at a great price. Rankin's about to absolutely burst off the scenes, but they're all still going to be sub 200k, so I don't mind them. Burns is pretty ordinary for Sydney. Morris at the Hawks, and the two kind
Burns
of
at
outs.
the Saints, mate.
Burns at the Saints, Morris at the Hawks.
Chad Warner was pathetic though at the Swans though as well.
And then who is he? Stevenson. Stevens, Dylan Stevens.
Stevens, yeah.
Yeah, he looked all right there too. But Mays and the Egg. How do you pronounce his name?
Egmalise Smith. We'll just call him Smith
Smith.
because it's an uncommon name. So
smart. Yeah, Smithy down there. He's the Tigers is looking to worry. Brett, you mentioned something pretty interesting off air about is it Sam Mays? Is that Sam Mays?
It is Sam Mays. Yep. Played off halfback, was very, very good. Been emergency, I think it was like 17 times before getting a run at Port. Became that release kick really deep into the second half. They went through him a lot. And even though they were trusting him a lot, there's all this talk that he was going to have a few issues holding down a role. But Ryan Burton got injured, I'm pretty sure, really late in the game. Did something to his quad. I don't know how serious it is, but soft tissue quad. That usually, 3 weeks, you'd expect something like that, especially if he's off the ground.
Soft tissue, bro?
They called it a soft tissue on the day, so it was weird. With their medical staff, when they spoke to him, he's got a soft tissue injury, and his ice pack was on his quad. So Sam Mays became the pure release kick pretty much off that half back line. Houston went more midfield. Hartlett took the deep kicks. Mays was actually the guy who put it onto Robbie Gray's mitts for the game winner as well. So he got a nice little 10-point boost right at the end for that last release kick. He's only 210k roughly, I think, and he's
before the end of the round.
Yeah, he's still got another round to go. I mean, with all the rookies we've got that are really struggling, and I don't think we're really going to trust many of the ones Corey rattled off. There's a reason he went through them quickly, and it's because most of them stunk it up. I think we're going to be looking at the guys who are around 200,000 roughly, and Mays might be the best option. Unfortunately, I think he is a mid only in SuperCoach. Not completely sure, but I think so. I should have probably checked that before.
You have the Egg there too. I think who is he a defender in this?
He's a defender.
And he'll be playing Basher Hawley's role moving forward. I don't see Basher coming back into that team anytime soon. So, look, these players are around. They could be great value, especially the fact that we've got the so many games so long. Bonfz, I really did like Day. You had a stiffy about him last week. Could have almost knocked me face mask off before. That's how excited you were. But
it only grew bigger, Corey.
Exactly. He was super, super impressive. And if he hit a target on the weekend, that score could have easily been 100. He's kind of one that if I was looking at downgrading down back, I'd probably almost bypass the Egg. I know he put a 120 up and it's super exciting, but he's going to be about 260 after this round ends. And I think Sammy Day. I think
Will
Day
Day
might be. Yeah, I think Will Day might be the one for you.
Yep. No, Will Day's it. And if I'm doing a downgrade in my back line, that I'll make sure I get that move done. But I'm not sure I will. Not sure that's a trade I'll be pulling this week, just with some other things I've got to do on my team. But I'd love even for Tom Williamson just to be out for a week or something to force my hand to go pick up Day, because that'd be pretty handy, I reckon.
Did you miss Segler?
I miss Segler.
No, move. Did you move?
Oh, yeah. I got rid of Segler for Rankin.
Yeah, not the same thing. And Brett, you didn't have Segler. Yeah, that was a bit of a hack. So before we even get into our trades, are you potentially looking at double upgrade this week?
Yeah, I'm looking at Townie and Pitternet moving for well, potentially Greenwood and English, or a combination of Bailey Smith and Goldstein.
Which we'll talk about when we get to the back end of the pod anyway. It's funny too, because if it wasn't for Segler, I probably would have moved Townsend last week. He's a fucking jerk. That almost dropped the C bomb again. Bretta, what was the word you didn't say last week because you were worried about being over?
I can't remember, but
cockhead or cocksucker?
Yeah, it was like 15 minutes after you guys went all about
something dick related.
Yeah.
Brett doesn't like dicks. Are you the same, Brett? Are you downgrading it all this week?
I will go one up, one down.
Okay. How much money you got in the bank?
270.
I was going to say you wouldn't have much because your team's fucking useless and you probably
My team's good, bro. How much you score this week?
Yeah. How much you scored in the season?
Yeah, not much.
Yeah, there you go. Bonfz, what do you got sitting in the bank?
442. And so I worked out roughly with Pitternet going down and Gorn's price rise, I'm not going to be able to afford Gorn this week.
Yeah, mine was just a bit of a flex there, boys. I've got 631 sitting in the bank, so not too bad. Oh, I can't wait to see how many ranks I drop this week, though. I'm in for a world of pain. No Gorn, no Petrarca. I think they're both going in this week. It was, yeah, not ideal. All right, let's play a game. Bretta, who are you bringing in out of those players we mentioned before?
Honestly, I think Will Day's probably the top of my list just because he's affordable. I don't want to be paying 250, 260 for Egg-Malise. I don't really want to be paying to get Sam Mays as a midfielder. I'll need 2 defenders, so I'll probably go pick up a premium. Jake Lloyd seems the pick at the moment for me. And I'll need a defender. I'll need another one to downgrade, one of the other boys, Starcevich or something. As Bonfz said, I think Don Williamson might miss. He said he was hoping for it. Heard that ankle again, could miss. So I've got Hayden Young and Williamson who are unlikely to play, so I'll need 2 defenders.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Speaking of that, what the fuck happened to McGovern in those last 2 minutes? That was woeful. Falling over in the goal square, first of all. And then every time that ball come in, he just couldn't stay with his player.
Is the Carlton game or is this?
Yeah, Carlton.
Carlton, McGovern. I don't know. We should ask the Carlton expert about the last couple minutes of that game because
that was fucked.
A lot of things to blame.
That was actually woeful.
Well, I mean,
that was. I tell you what. With that last 5 minutes, great game of football. Probably game of the year so far, to be honest. The last 3 minutes, I'd say, of Carlton's absolute demise. That last 3 minutes, the shit that they'd done, it was almost equivalent of watching Essendon for a full game. It was. There were just some really fucking stupid things happening in there. Run us through it, Bonfz.
They just couldn't make a contest down the line, Corey. That's what it was for me. Every time they seem to defend, and when you play 3 fucking talls and you kick the ball to the wing, and all 3 of them are there with your ruckman, how you can't bring the ball to ground or get it over the boundary line is beyond me.
But each other.
You know what? I take Robbie Gray kicking that goal. And the reason for that being, they wouldn't have learnt fuck all if they got away with a win there. So,
you know what it reminded me of a lot?
What's that?
When the Pies lost to Granny.
Don't say dumb shit. You're
it was. We could not make a contest down the line, no matter what. And Jeremy McGovern was just swooping, picking off everything. And then they had chance after chance after chance. They were going to nail one eventually.
They summed it up perfectly. After just handballing that ball off, there was 0% chance he wasn't kicking that goal.
And I'll tell you now as well, there was a play with about 2 minutes to go. Cunningham got it sort of from the pack into the forward 50. Not a left footer, but tried to kick a goal from 50 metres out on his left foot that ended up getting marked. If you rewatch that vision, he had Casbolt, a short 20-metre kick. All he had to do was hit. He wipes 30 seconds off the clock. Even if he misses it, that's another 30 seconons gone from the game. There's bits and pieces, but you're going to find that in any close game. You know, if you did this or if you did that, the reality is that those moves didn't happen.
Fantastic game of footy. You've already got Rankin. You've already got Simpson. Who would you be getting this week?
Day. Haven't already answered that, yeah.
I don't know. Mine would be Day as well. I just thought I just went off topic. As normally happens.
Speaking of off topic.
Yeah, very good. Who am I, boys?
This is where I excel.
I used to get excited for these, but now I'm just shit, so.
I play for a top 8 side.
Trelaw.
I've had 99 disposals on the season.
Trelaw.
We're
serious?
600
People would
plus.
think, honestly, people would think that this is set up. It's Trelaw.
Yeah, but the unfair advantage is
How do I win that?
when the unfair advantage with Bonfz is that when we went and played golf the other day, I couldn't get out of his asshole. So that was
See, that's shit.
was first.
We go with clue number 1. I play for a top 8 side. Game's over.
Okay. Well, it is because I just knew you was coming with Trelaw.
I just thought it'd be a little bit nicer.
And Brett, to be fair, I mean, in the
setup.
lead up, in the podcast before the podcast, really, he was just saying to you how he would really love to bring in Trelaw this week and how he can't do it.
Yeah, I honestly thought it would be a Collingwood player just because of the early game gave him time to find someone or something like that. But
I must say, and look, I want the listeners to hit us up, mainly the Patreon chats. There's a Patreon that I subscribe to FPL, as Bonfz, and they actually do a separate pod for their Patreon only members, which is the lead up to their pod. So they record like the 20 minutes that they sit there beforehand talking and have that as a separate pod. That could be very dangerous.
We could not do that because it's just pot shots about who's fucking pissed us off the most this week, who's cost us the most amount of multis.
That's the best content. That's what
we might lose a few subscribers, Brett. We can't let that information out.
Might gain a couple.
Too much racial and sexual abuse out of Brett's mouth as well.
We should have asked if those jokes were okay first, Corey.
I can't believe I'm getting pod. I don't even get invited to the pre-game pods, so I don't know how it could possibly be.
To be fair,
it's hard enough to get you to rock up to a normal pod, Brett.
Have you ever read one of the fucking chats, Brett?
Nah, actually, I haven't.
You might want to start there.
I just wait for Corey to directly text me. It's the only chat I've got unmuted on my whole phone. So.
Thanks, Brett. I love you too. Hey, awesome. You don't have a watch list this year, do you, Bonfz?
No, I'm fuck it. I'm done with the year, Corey. Can we be done with it?
I know that. Oh, look, Brett, I don't know about you, but I've identified probably about 5 players that I think are absolute must moving forward in my team that I don't have right now.
Talk to me.
Mine's Gawn, Petrarca, Trelaw, Baz, and Lloyd. And I'll probably be getting 2 of them this week, most likely Gawn and Petrarca, and I'll look at Baz the week after, simply on that price rise value in the price.
Do you have any concerns with Baz when Dunkley comes back and Liberatore's gotten more comfortable in that midfield?
Nah, none at all.
They were playing before Libba was in there, and I know Baz had those massive centre bounce numbers, but you've got Bont, McRae.
I think they like playing McRae on a wing for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I think Baz,
big three,
Baz is very one-dimensional.
So's Libba. Yeah, Libba can't do anything else. So's Dunkley.
Baz is Bailey Smith, for anyone wondering, because the Dogs have about 1,400 Baileys in their team.
Actually, some guys listening to this go, Bailey Dale. What?
I got a good story about Bailey Dale. When are we getting to the punting section too, boss?
You've got the rundown. You tell us.
That was very good. Fucking hell. All right, fuck it. Let's go off topic. We're good at this. Friday night, I got a nice little. They were Friday. Were they Friday?
Who the Dogs?
Yeah, they were Friday. So I've already nailed Thursday night same game multi. There was $400 from there. Thanks to DeGoey absolutely put on the clinic. We've come to Friday night. My last leg, not even joking, running into this game for another $400 collect was Bailey Dale. Bailey Dale to kick a goal, and he snagged that
2 minutes to go.
Fucking shit one right at the end of the game. So on your Bailey Dale, it was a good 2 nights. That was not Lordy Lord like, but. Not too far off.
Did Lordy Lord tip Travis Boak first goal?
Yeah. You're not in our punters club, are you?
No, I've got the chat, but I just don't gamble in it. Yeah.
So we signed up. We got the punters club rolling again, Brett. You wouldn't know. So in our Patreon, we got a punters club rolling. So we done horse racing for a little bit during the COVID season. We were just fucking shit. We were like putting 200 in between us and just dropping it every Saturday. And this week we got the punters club up and rolling for footy. Yeah, I think we're a K up after the weekend. And Lordy Lord, who is the go-getter, he had $10 on Travis Boak to kick first goal.
What was he, 41s, 36s?
I think it was a little bit less than that. It was like 26s or 31s or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But not too bad. Brett, do you have any players that you've marked out as your must-haves moving forward?
Gorn would be the obvious one, but I don't think I'll ever be able to get him. I've got Riley O'Brien, who I think popped off again this week. He's doing just enough to keep me happy. Jake Lloyd, for sure. My backline's probably my biggest issue. I'll probably have to have a cheeky chat with you because I don't know what I'm really doing with my back line. I've got Sicily, I've got Laird, and then it falls off real dramatically.
Where's
So I've
Ridley
got
and Doty?
Don't have
Who's
either
Doherty?
of them.
Fuck.
Bro, Doherty. Are you worried about Doherty? That's a good question.
Fucking hell! How was
Why?
that second up? Do you know I looped Doc this week and
I had
got
a 50
super excited?
He had a 55-point last quarter on
Nice.
just.
So what you're
Fucking
saying was he
score.
was clutch. Okay, cheers, Brett.
He took fat kickouts because blokes are hitting the post from 4 meters out.
He also fucking took some
He
pretty
took one
good
grab.
marks.
He
Bro,
took
how
one
was
grab.
that mark?
He
Like
took one
Sam
sick grab.
Walsh's
Hey,
was good too.
not
He
as
had a
good as
grouse
Sam
on.
Walsh
Hey,
That's
but
incredible.
at Kane Corns.
Port Adelaide won the game and didn't butcher that draft by taking Sam Walsh for pick 1. So life's good for Port right now.
Yeah, I know they should have taken the King brothers, Carl.
Yeah, silly. Imagine being
Yeah.
that dumb. Sick grab from Sam Walsh, sick grab from Doherty. But are you worried about Doherty?
No, not
I
at all.
am.
Hey, you're lucky, man. DeGoey broke his finger. swear.
Hey,
He
how's
scored more
that? Is
points
that
this
bet
week.
off? That's void bet because there was a.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck,
Bonfz
that's
spewing.
spewing.
Oh,
And you're-
yeah, Brett,
we're-
I'm spewing. Doherty's average 109 for the season, hasn't missed a game.
We're,
Yeah, I'm
we're one
fucking
game
spewing.
short of Mitch Duncan being a void bet. Like,
Yeah, look at him.
fucking
see.
But what other bets do we have on? Let's
That's one-
just hope
that's one
fucking-
dude I'm
waiting
looking
for
at.
Devin Smith needs to do an ACL.
Hey, how's
No,
Houston absolutely fucking led up again?
Yeah, Laird's on
Yeah.
89 point before this weekend, 89.3 in Houston.
Yeah, he didn't even hit 100.
Houston and Doherty were uniques against me. I think Houston was like low 60s. Doherty was like 31, and then they both pushed 100, and Houston went over
Yeah,
100.
Houston did have a big second. Oh, sorry,
last
quarter. again.
quarter, both of them, went crazy.
Um,
Laird
That's the
was
scary
shit.
thing with those
That
games.
goal saved Laird again.
Yeah, he played midfield.
He was
kept
shit
half forward
too.
last quarter.
Yeah,
It was fucking trash.
And
He's
who
off
else
my
is it?
watch list.
Mitch Duncan's on my watch list just because of that price drop.
Yeah,
No,
I
I feel
think
like I
Trelaw. I really think Trelaw
I
with the
got two
way.
spots. Trelaw's one.
I think it has to be. Anyone touching the ball 35 times in a fucking condensed schedule is
Is
just
it a
getting.
worry? 35 touches only getting him 120.
That's all you need.
bro.
He's
he
not
does
touching it less than that because he's fucking. All he does is get the
He's
ball
everywhere.
handball next to him, gets it back, and kicks it nowhere, and fucking getting points for it. So, I think it was a normal season. Yeah, I think I'd be a little bit more worried.
This suits him.
But I think that's just that crappy little scaling shit that you get for doing absolutely fuck all. He did score 156 on the weekend too, Bonfz. That's give him a little bit.
Oh,
more credit.
that's not factored in. So he went 120, 120, 156.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Trelaw's he's big.
I'm worried. I'm actually worried that if I don't pick him up very, very soon, that I'll be paying 700 plus for him.
Well, I think Lloyd and Trelaw are the two guys I'm going to have to pay full price for.
Yeah, which is why I also considered like this week I got to go Gorn, Trelaw, or Petrarca. And I'm actually considering Trelaw and Petrarca before I go get Gorn.
Who's your Nick Nat?
Nick Nat.
Oh,
Well, that's the other thing. He's a fucking dog. I got that wrong. I thought.
I don't know why people went with that. That was the weirdest pick.
Well, he was sub 400. You thought that these conditions would.
Oh, he
suit him
wasn't. He was
perfectly.
440 to start the year, wasn't he?
I thought he was.
don't know.
Yeah, he was pricey.
Whatever. He's a fucking idiot. He's actually so good though. He's actually
I know.
good.
You know, he was against me like today or yesterday, whenever it was, and he'd go come on for 6 minutes and score like 40 points. Have a breather.
He was on
Come on,
56 at
score
half
40.
time. They just got to
He
stop.
He was
fucking
56 with like 15 minutes left in the second quarter.
That's all he can play.
He can play. We missed out with one with his
Getting
knees.
him
It
through
could have
the
been
season.
anything.
Oh, by far. If he didn't have an injury-riddled fucking career, he would have been laughing. Yeah, well, that's mine. Bonfz. Have you got a couple? Come on, Bonfz. You've got to have a couple of players that you're like.
Well,
yeah,
obviously, just will be a bit vanilla,
Greenwood.
Corey, but, obviously I'm going to bring in Lloyd. I'm obviously looking at Trelaw. I'm obviously looking at Gorn, and Hugh Greenwood's probably the one that you guys failed to mention at the moment.
Yeah, Hugo. I got a cheeky
yeah,
mention
actually,
in
good
there.
point.
He's the one.
Seriously good Twitter game, Hugh Greenwood.
Yeah,
Hey, I got to say too, Bretta, I mean, I'm actually a little bit excited with how flat Bonfz is, to be honest, because he keeps telling us how he doesn't give a fuck about this season, and I don't care, just write it off, fuck it, yeah, blah blah blah,
I'm done
shit.
now, Corey.
Oh, I'm done, yeah, all that crap.
Yeah.
Now, did you remember last year how depressed he would be when he'd come on the podcast after a loss?
Yeah.
And then the week after he'd have a cheeky win somewhere, who fucking knows how, and he'd come up and he'd be on top of the world. As the season progresses, we're getting a little bit of that from. Look at him fucking looking over in that panel. We're getting a little bit more from Bonfz week to week. We're getting a little bit more of that. Oh fuck! I've just lost. I've just been smashed. I'm gonna fucking piss the world off, and then next week he'll get a win, and he'll be fucking walking in here, he'll be fucking Conor McGregor around, the big express is back, the choo-choo will be extra loud.
Hold on, if anyone had just seen what Corey done, please don't confuse us with Pamela Anderson. Please don't.
Very good. He's got cocks and tits out, so it's
oh shit.
But yeah, so I'm a little bit happy that Bonfz is going from there. All right, we're going a little bit sideways. I'm going to talk about the Elites Cup again because I think that kicks off not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, good.
Coach Elites Cup.
Just in time for me to storm through and win it.
Yeah, good. All of our Patrons, anyone that's in the Patreon chat, the group code is in there. Get in there, get in the group because we are about to kick off. We've had, I think, about 10 people outside the Patreon sign up already. So they've transferred us. We've got a nice prize pool. Again, I had this written down. I don't know where it's gone. The person who finishes first, I think, off the top of my head, I think you're taking $100 cash. I think you're also taking, if you're a Patreon member, you're taking a year in our tier 2 Patreon next year for free. Runner up, I think you're taking $50 cash and a year, 3 months in our Patreon League 3. Is that correct? Tier 2, tier 2. Third and fourth are taking 1 month in our tier 3. Tier 1, the other way around. I got in the bottom tier. I got
just fucking leave it.
Yeah, so 100. Look, if you win, you're taking $100 in tier 2. $100 and tier 2 for a year.
Corey,
second,
no one's fucking signing up because you've got no fucking idea, Corey.
You got $50 and you've got a tier 2 for 3 months, and if you go third or fourth, you're taking the tier 1, which is a lower for a month, and a promo pack. So an elite promo pack, which you're going to come with.
Put that last 5 minutes on loop and play to the start of every podcast.
I'll tell you now, hey Brett, all this guy needed was honestly when he was doing when he was crapping on about all that, all he needed was all he needed was a bit of this in the background. This is all he needed in the background just to really get it all going, I reckon. Fucking hell, Corey.
Technical difficulties.
Next week I'll have it all fucking written down. You can all get fucked. Long story short is just sign up, get in. If you don't want to pay the $5, this is what I don't understand. The easiest way is sign up to Patreon for $4 or $3 or whatever it is.
I think you need to relax. You know what you need to do, Corey? You need to get on a bed. You just need to sit down. You need to relax. And you know what, Corey? I've got the perfect photo that'll motivate you to do it. All right, Corey. You just need to chillax. You just need to take a seat, Corey, and just relax. All right.
Isn't that guy doing schools this week? Bonfz, I don't know if you know.
This is him after he got his fucking pay rise, Corey.
We can't relax, Bonfz, because the masks that need to come on. Oh, I've done it. The masks need to come on, and this is how you correctly apply a mask, everyone. The masks need to come on, and you need to stay at home. You need to stay safe. And you need to stay in quarantine.
Yeah,
that's what you need to do.
You know why, Corey? Because if you didn't do anything like that, you might end up with, well, we're not too sure what you'd end up with, but you might just end up with, egg on your face or something like that, Corey. You might just end up with some sort of shit on your face, all right?
What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is.
That's all right.
I should never have been given a computer, to be honest.
That's a joke. It's way and truly out of my head as well, but okay.
Oh, these backgrounds are brilliant.
They're so good. Yeah, it's trust you to fuck them up every single week.
We could have really done this one from the Bahamas, Corey. We both could have been in the Bahamas.
That would have been nice. But long story short, hey, just a big shout out to the Patreon love at the moment. I know I give them a bit of a plug every single week, but our Patreon group, one of our members is going through a bit of a tough time at the moment with his family, and just the love and support of everyone in there. It has truly become a bit of a family. I think that little Patreon chat. And, I'm not going to name names, but head up, buddy. You know who we are. We all love you, and I do appreciate the love and support from every single member that we've got in there. And it is genuinely, like I say, Bonfz, I don't talk shit like every single day. The first thing I do is wake up and jump in that chat. It's always a little bit of fun, normally because it allows me to have a serious pot shot at you every single day. So that's normally my favorite thing. But I do love the Patreon chat, and yeah, appreciate everything you guys do. So yeah, cheers for that. probably a good segue into questions. Has Bonfz answered? Fucking Bretta, has Bonfz answered who his fucking players are that are on his watch list? Yes, or are we just gonna keep
and he
dragging that?
he finished with Greenwood. He did all right. He did
I
all
got
right.
through
Yeah.
that one, Corey.
Hugh, how good is Hugh?
But he still doesn't answer me if he's worried about Doherty. He just sneakily changes.
I
the
kept
subject.
saying no.
No, what?
No, I'm not worried about him.
But why not talk more about it? Because he's just been rubbish, to be honest.
Has he? What's he had? One score of 49.
49, and then he was 83. That he was 30 at 3/4 time. That doesn't concern you. You can't just ignore things that happen in big games.
But didn't he score like high? Didn't he get like 89 from that game?
Maybe, possibly,
Okay.
60-point last quarter.
It's all right.
Not concerned. Not concerned.
Well, you know what? Hey, Brett, there's 4 quarters next week. Just be worried when he scores 60 in all of them.
You think that could happen?
It's not out of the realms of possibility, mate. He's a machine, that guy.
Bet.
Bit of a carnage move here, boys. Left the glasses in the other room, so this is gonna be fucking.
You can't read them, so you can't read the. You want me to get them up?
No, I can read them. It's all right. But there probably will be a couple of misread areas. I just put the missos glass on to see if they work. They seriously don't. So, fucking, she's let me down again. All right, here we go. Below. All right, you got something here, bro?
No, I'm just watching you. You're getting really into it. This is interesting.
Oh, I fucking can barely see. I'll probably be touching the fucking thing in a second. Mick Ryan off the debutants or last price range second game players. Who do you think has the greatest job security? I'm really making an effort to have as many playing rookies as possible. This fucking carnage.
Yep.
We'll answer the question. You go first.
Ranking at 1.
Yeah, Rankin, Simpson, Day.
That's it.
I think Day Simpson. I think Simpson's more likely to be dropped at some point than Day.
Yeah. I think
But
Mace is safe now. I think the egg is safe now too, but he's a little bit more expensive.
Wouldn't you say Simpson's probably more safe this week after Ablett's gone home, Knuckles still long term,
Joel.
Selwood pinged a hammy,
Yep.
and Simpson was nice. Like,
Yep. I don't think Day's moving for the entire year though. I think at some point during the year Simpson might move on. So
Clarkson came and said
what I based
they're playing the kids. So Day's looking nice because he's the best of that bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I think the next couple of weeks are going to be absolute hell, and we haven't even spoken about that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Benny Roth was hoping for a double upgrade with, but with Bretta filling in for Pitney and shitting the bed like normal. I need a loan to get Gorn. Probably going at 1 up, 1 down. Pitney to Gorn and Rao to who?
Rao to Day via DPP.
Yeah, he's asked Waitman, Sam Mays, Mitchington, and Frederick.
I'd go Mays.
I'd go Mays too.
Over Will Day?
Yeah. If you can get Will Day, I prefer Will Day.
Yep. Will Day via DPP. You probably got Rivers in your back line. Are some of the most popular owned defenders, any of them kind of forward mid kind of thing? Maybe you've got Stephen Hill, you can swing forward and then a forward line player into your midfield to free up the defender spot.
Fuck, Hot Shame's got a little bit of tragic going on here. And you probably need to have a look at the photo, but I'll read it out anyway. Yeah, really want to get Petrarca and Smith in. Issue is forward rookies are scoring better than defensive rookies. Double upgrade this week if possible, and looking to bring in Lloyd and one of Maynard and Ryan. Thoughts, 533k in the bank. So he's got cash like me. His defensive line currently runs at Doc, Sis, Ridley, Houston, Starsh, Williams, Brander, Zerk.
Yep. So Starch to Lloyd for me, and then go to your forward line and get one of Petrarca and Smith.
I think get Petrarca this week, get Bailey Smith next week.
Yeah. Well, if
that's
you can do
what I'm looking at doing.
Get your points. They're going to be about the same price.
That's if Williamson's named. Obviously, if Williamson is not named, then that might change things. And I don't even mind if Williamson is not named. He'll probably be back. I don't mind doing Zerk Thatcher maybe to Will Day, and then next week seeing if you can use the money to get those premiums in.
There is chance Brander's coming back in during this break too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Millsy. Fuck, he's just flexed on me. Got 885 in the bank. Do I spend 1.5 mil on Neil and Gorn, or go get Gorn and B Smith and wait a week or two longer for Neil with his price drop? Out Pitt and fattened cash cow. Option in Gorn and Neil. Option 2 Gorn and Smith at 300k. I'm
Gorn
option
Smith.
2. Yeah,
Gorn Smith easily.
And everyone's going Gorn, aren't they?
You have to.
How can you not, Brett?
Rob.
I mean, if you can afford to do so, I can't afford to do it. But I mean, if you got the money there, you just have to go get him.
Not everyone's
I'm hoping people burn through their cash just to get Gorn, and just ruins like any other chances of upgrades.
What would you do if you're in my sitch, Brett?
Let me have a look at the rocks. What else is there?
Tim English.
Tim
No,
English at 100k
not really.
cheaper. Goldie
Goldstein.
at 100k cheaper.
Nah.
Tim English
extra
should be
100K.
almost 200 cheaper, to be honest.
Nah,
Yeah,
because Tim English going to be over 600 this week.
Yeah, and Gorn's going to be
Tim
almost
English,
800.
yeah, and Gorn will be 784, I believe, and Tim English will be either 6 or very low 6.
I think.
Yep. So there's virtually
I'm not paying
200 there.
614. I'm not paying 614 for Tim English.
What's Goldie?
But you know
worth?
what, Brett? I mean, hear me out, Brett. He's got 200 right in his system for the next couple of weeks. I
True.
mean, honestly, I mean, he could rise at least another 100,000. In 2 weeks, you could get another 100,000 and then go
Yeah,
English.
but then you're burning a
Who
trade.
they got the next?
Corey,
yeah, but then again, worst
it's
case
100
scenario,
you
you're
make
stuck with a
100,000.
guy who's dropping 110.
Yeah, but that's a trade that you could have used on a midfielder.
Yeah, could have.
Yeah.
But he could also be having that breakout. Yeah, I mean, he's gone 120, 145, 125, 105.
He's so good around the
I am
ground, like
such a fan of
ridiculously
this
good.
And
Yeah,
you
we
know
knew it was
what?
going to happen. I didn't think it would happen this early.
That Friday night game, because I've made an effort, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, actually, we, hosted, I guess a chat to watch together with the Patreons and stuff. And you know what? I was whinging and sooking and bitching, saying, how the hell is Tim English only on 24 points? He scored 175 in 3 quarters after that.
Yeah, he was good. I don't know
Go
if
get
he was
Gorn, bro, if I
200
was
good.
you.
Yeah,
Pay the
so
extra little bit. You're paying a lot for a ruckman no matter what. Just go get Gorn.
I can't afford to do it, Brett.
Goldstein then.
Well, it's Goldstein and Bailey Smith, or it's Hugh Greenwood and Tim English. That's what I'll weigh up.
I'd be
And-
Goldstein and
I
Bailey.
But this is my last forward line position. So for me,
Greenwood then.
yeah.
Greenwood then.
Yep, and that's why
No,
I'm
but
looking
I
at
don't
Greenwood and
know. I
Smith
don't
and
think English is good enough to sub those two.
I think the difference between Greenwood and what's his name?
Do you have Will Day? Do you have Will
Smith?
Day?
No, I don't.
Go
He's
get
actually-
Greenwood and Will Day.
Look, I'll say this as well: short-term pain for
can't.
long-term gain.
I got Pitternet,
Yeah.
who's on a steady decline, and so's Townsend. They both
He's got
need to go this week.
Piternet's got to play one more game, bro. One more game, and you know he's capable of doing something. How much are you going to lose on him?
But
he can't be
that
expensive.
is
Probably
like a 70.
60K.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't. He's going, and he's going to. Look,
Then
I'll
go
make a
Gorn, then
decision.
go Gorn and Day.
Gorn
Go
and
Gorn and
Baz.
Day.
or Gorn
No.
and Baz.
Baz
Not
can
doing it.
wait. Gorn and Day and wait a week.
Hang on, what's the rest of your forward line though?
It's all Taylor, King, and Rankin.
It's good. Why are you upgrading it so urgently?
Yeah, Taylor
Townsend.
King. Yeah, but
Townsend
can't you
can
go? Yeah, okay. So why don't you Townsend down to Dave via DPP?
All those teams
Yeah.
have. Every team
Don't
has.
really
crap.
want to do that because then it puts Buderick on field.
Who,
Well,
every
it
team's
doesn't.
got
It puts
crap
No,
on
it
Devon
team
Smith,
doesn't.
I guess. Well, yeah, it does.
Not up forward, it doesn't.
for
Yeah,
a week.
but in the midfield, I still need to play Buderick then because I'm not
It's
playing
for-
Townsend.
It's
Anyway,
only for a week. It's only for a week. You go
We'll see
get
what I do.
Gorn. You go get Gorn. You get
He'll
Day,
do something
and then you go get
fucking.
the player
He'll
you
do
want.
something fucking dumb.
You're
anyway,
really going to
don't worry.
sacrifice going.
fuck yeah.
probably
Brett, I don't give a
15
fuck anymore, Brett.
Oh, I
Dumb.
cannot wait for Tim English to drop sub 100 for the next 3 weeks, and all I hear is his
No,
dickhead
he's
cursing his
not.
name.
He does care. That's the thing. He does care, and he'll go make the smart trade.
Oi,
He'll go get
yeah.
Gorn or
oi,
something.
when Tim
He won't
English
make
is
the
scoring
same front,
70 and still going up 47K next week, I'll be right. You know who he's got in his next 2?
No, he won't be because you'll
Yeah,
come up
I
against someone
announce
who's
it.
running Gorn.
No, I'm asking, do you know who he's
Wits.
got in his next 2?
He's got Wits next week. Who's he got after that?
No, he's got Bell Chambers. Wait, we're in round 7 or round 8?
Round 8.
Oh,
coming up.
fucking don't worry about it then. It's all
He
good.
just played against.
Yeah, I just realised what I
Old
just
Chambers
said,
hasn't
Brett.
played in
Yeah,
like 4 weeks. Also, you dickhead.
Well,
This
Phillips
guy's
fucking some other I don't care. Look,
This guy cares. This guy playing the.
He really cares. Just eating him inside. You can hear it in his voice.
My team is so
Oh,
bad.
how good is
I'm in
this for a
such a bad
segue?
position. I've
Dazza,
never been in such a bad position in my life.
Bro, my team's so
I've
much
seen you
worse.
on the golf course, Bonfz. That's a lie. Dazza, hey, Bonfz, you dickhead. I hope you enjoyed Carlton's 1 week appearance in the top 8 this decade. What do you do with shit, Nay? If I can't afford Gorn Goldie this week, wait another or go Nick Nat at home. No, wait, do not get Nick.
Wait.
That's
No, I
fucking
do.
dumb. Yeah, how do you start such a great fucking segue and then ruin it with going to get Nick Nat?
Imagine upgrading to Nick.
I'd let shit and net plow your mum, to be honest, because then she might be a chance to have one fucking successful child.
How does that make sense?
Well, because if he fucking comes in her, Brett, she'll be pregnant, and then she might be a chance to have a successful fucking son, because her current son Daz is a fucking dickhead. Does that make sense to you now, Brett? You fucked hard.
Not at all.
SuperCoach Elites Cup Ned, who shout out to Nedo, who is running the SuperCoach Elites Cup this year. Bonfz, I don't know if I've told you. Do you want me to announce the prizes for the SuperCoach Elites Cup, or you get?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Now, Corey, the question: did Ned really send this in, or did you have your finger up his ass again and just make him, pull whatever moves that you needed to be pulled?
Had nothing to do with me, mate. Is Bretta finally ready to accept that his avoidance of the Chili Challenge is a direct correlation with his poor season and upcoming relegation from Divi 1?
Well, poor season, mate. I'm flying. I'm absolutely flying. And the only way is up, and I'm chasing teams down. So don't stress. It's coming good.
Are you any chance to eat anything hot?
Oh, yeah. I eat hot food all the time, bro. I got that level 4 spicy ramen from Fukotente or wherever it was. The one in
He's had some lemon and herb. He's had some lemon and herb Nando's this week too.
This guy actually got extra hot today, you bobber. And I swear on our friendship, I got extra hot. It was good too.
That's still probably a lie. Don't trust him, boss.
But yeah, no, at some stage we'll get something done. I'll cry.
And Kavaka's actually replied with this, with hashtag the community never forgets. What about this? Community versus Bretta. How about if Bretta wins the Patreon League, he gets off. If he doesn't, he has to finally man up. Sure, he should do it anyway, but let's make it interesting. Could make for a tight final series.
I don't know.
Win would
Kavaka can fuck off, Corey. You can't give Brett a free chance to get off with no further consequence to what he should have already had as a consequence.
You know what I'm hearing, Corey? Bonfz is worried. He knows my friend's coming.
And then there's a great little meme that popped up, and it's like Bretta before the Chili Challenge, and it's a stick figure with massive balls. And then after dogging Chili Challenge, it's a stick figure with little balls.
That's actually very good.
We'll get the Chili Challenge done.
Serial Pestiza. Hey, Cause, can you drop my who you rather question from the other night to Bonfz? Yeah, we'll let that one go through the keeper. Thoughts on that, Bonfz?
No negativity here, Corey.
Yeah, that's right. Little Peanut, is Bailey Smith a must-have? Thoughts on Dodie? Or Duday, how you want to pronounce it?
Well, Bailey Smith's not a must-have for me. And I say that because I've already got 5 forwards who.
You need to get Dev to Smith, I think, to round out your forward line.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that any do rookies up kind of thing. Yeah. So, but look at his price, and if your forward line's not kind of fully full, then yes, he's a must, because these underpriced premiums are a dime a dozen at the moment, and getting them in is very, very important, I reckon.
Does Brayshaw having a shit one change anything?
He scored 100 still.
I thought he scored like 70.
102, I think.
Oh, never mind.
Idiot.
I thought he struggled.
I doubt it, because I had him in my same game multi for 15 touches, which got up, and he was absolutely dominating. I still think Bailey Smith's better than Brayshaw.
Yep.
What did Bailey score this week?
79.
Oh, fuck, that's actually so handy.
Yeah, he had a good game too. Just turned it over a bit. Had like 21 touches.
Yep. And then Table King, who is the god of the punt at the moment, just behind Lordy Lord. Hey, fellas, how good is footy virtually every day? Hopefully you've recorded at Bonfz Express.
Hopefully you've recovered.
Recovered.
Yeah.
I can't read at the moment, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
On the bright side, at least you ain't Bretta. Neil coming in this week. Well, ouch. Looking at a second upgrade target on this. McRae, Greenwood, Petrarca, or someone else?
No Neil this week, mate. Neil had a break even of 200. Go get Petrarca and Greenwood.
Agree. Hey, Brady, you went on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, but I brought up Greenwood and how good he was and how he was going to be top 6. Actually, I think you were on that pod. I think we both had him quite high on our rankings. Remember, Bonfz, this dickhead reckons that... No, it was the week after. I said it the week before. This dickhead reckons Greenwood's no good. And now all of a sudden he wants it. No, not you, Bonfz.
Yeah.
It's a lie. I said I needed to have a look at him.
You said he's shit,
I said I needed another 2 weeks.
You said he's worse than Brett not doing the Chili Challenge.
Well, in the preseason, he dipped Greenwood pretty heavily when I brought it. He laughed at me the first time I said it. Yeah, you laughed at me.
And I also think he said Matt Rao was shit.
That was me.
That's a lie.
I actually own that one. I'm turning the corner, Corey. I'm going to start owning things, at least one of us, two of us on this podcast can be good.
That's his first lie of the podcast, Corey.
He's first.
Well, he might have pulled wool over my eyes.
I underrated saying pulled wool over my eyes already.
Yeah. Well, do you reckon Adelaide could pull wool?
Again, Adelaide couldn't even pull their dicks off at the moment.
Thought I'd just set you up for that
Yeah,
one.
thank you. I must say, it is what it is. That's your saying. I'll give you that. That's a big.
No,
How are all these fucking footy clubs running that at
Hey.
the moment?
it's not my saying. I did get it from TikTok. It is what it is.
It is
And then,
what it is.
yeah, Bretta did it beautifully there. And then I just sort of started rocking it, because I'm a big pop culture.
I
man.
don't watch TikTok. I only watch.
And
the other question I had a tweet today: Bonfz, Big Brother or footy tonight?
no, Big Brother.
Yeah, Bretta.
Oh, footy.
Nah, Big Brother. I actually had both
Yeah.
going. I had the TV in front of me.
I
Only
had-
because I unloaded on Member to kick goals, which he couldn't do because he's shit
I
as
had
well.
I had Big Brother on the TV and the footy on the iPad on my lap.
I had the exact same thing.
Yeah, that was very good setup. And then at half time, I just got to turn off Big Brother and then tune into the footy for the second half.
Not happy with Big Brother at the moment either, just quietly. It's fucking rigged.
Shocking Final Four. I
Oh,
think I've
it's
given up.
fucking rigged. Sarah would have gone home. Brett, agree?
I heard
If she
Guy
didn't have to
Sebastian's
use that
probably was gonna
challenge.
win.
Yeah, that's it. It's a fucking joke. All right, before we get
Hey,
into
to be
VC
fair, Kieran actually pulled a chili challenge before Brett did. For anyone that's
Yeah,
been a fan of
true.
the show up to this point.
All right, Brett, you ain't here for the weekend, but it's time for golf chat.
Now, do I have a story? I'm leading, Corey, and this is we can probably finish. We can start it and end it with this story. Now, you've heard me give Corey shit for a period of time, right? How long have you gone without hitting a par, Corey?
Oh fuck! You know what? I actually forgot about this.
No. What do you think I was leading with?
I didn't know actually.
This-
I thought maybe it was me leaving me the buggy at home.
Well, Corey, hold on. We've got a few stories.
I've got a couple of stories too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since we'd come back out. I hadn't hit a par.
Yeah.
That is factual.
And we're probably looking at 12 plus months.
Oh yeah, because I hadn't played for ages before that. So,
Anyway, we're talking
yeah.
a long. He hasn't hit a par
16
for
months?
a long time, right? 16 months. Anyway, we're on hole number 10, Brett, at the
Actually,
airport.
as a group, we hadn't hit it as a group. I hit one by myself.
Yeah,
a
hit
couple
one,
weeks
but
ago.
no one witnessed that. So you
Exactly.
you just tell them Brett's there, right? And we're on hole 10, Brett, and we get out there, and you know what?
Oh my god,
You-
this is even better. I forgot about this. This is Thursday's golf story.
Now, Brett, you look at this
Ugh.
course, and it looks a fair distance, right? So you'd think it's a par 4, right? We're playing this like it's a par 4, right?
For anyone that wants to know, it's the 10th at the airport.
Yeah, 10th at Melbourne Airport. He gets out there. He has a shot. He has another one. Now, were you on the green after 2?
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
first drive just dropped short of the green.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Right. And then he gets on the green, and then he putts and misses. But he looks at me on his third shot, and he goes, "Bonfz, this for birdie." And I said, "Look, Corey, just get it close to the hole and just get your par. Get the monkey off the back." And he goes, "No. I'm going to attack the birdie." All right, Corey. He goes to attack the birdie. He misses it, right? But he's not far off the hole. So then I whip out the phone because I thought, yeah, he's going to get this one. Or if he misses it, we're going to get some fucking great footage. He taps at the 4th shot. It fucking rolls. It does like this little thing on the lip and then drops in. And this guy's celebrating. He's throwing fists in the air. He's gone absolutely bananas. I'm giving him good on you. You finally got it off the back. Anyway, Brett, we're about 2 holes further down. We're on about hole 11 or hole 12, and he's entering our scores for those holes. And then he turns around to me and he goes, "Hey, Bonfz, you know my par?" I go, "On the score sheet, it doesn't have it as a par." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh, it has here I got a bogey. It says it's a par 3. He goes, "That's wrong." And I'm going, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's a par 4. Anyway, so for the rest of the back 9, right, we're just waiting. We're waiting to get back to the front, right, so he can have a look and, the little sign they got at the front of each hole just to see what par it is. He goes, no, the app's got to be wrong. The app's got it wrong. They've got it listed wrong. I swear I played here last week and it was a par 4. Surely they haven't changed it to a par 3. We get to the front and, he's just unloading. Anyway, yeah, some of the friendly members down there are just having a bit of a chat to me and Corey's a bit quiet and off to the side. And next thing you know, I go, "Hey, Corey, so what ended up happening?" He goes, "Don't want to talk about it." He goes, "It was a par 3. So this fucking idiot was celebrating that he finally broke his par streak, but he never hit the fucking par, Brett.
There is actually no mayo on that story. That is 100% true. That actually all happened. I was devastated, but I did say I was happy I found out after the 11th rather than we got to the end of the round and then I looked at the scorecard and it wasn't there. Couple of other things that day. It's obviously no carts, no pool buggies now on because we're in COVID rules.
As in not being able to, rent them.
Yeah, Bonfz has gone and organised to borrow a pool buggy. I've rocked up, left my pool buggy at home.
Oh, no.
Did just go take one from the side and just use that for the day. I'm not going to lie there.
If the cops are listening, that's not a fine.
Yeah, there you go. But however, Bonfz, what happened on Friday?
He hit his par. He
No
finally hit his par. I've got actual video footage of it, and I might even tweet it off the Elites account later.
Went to the
tonight.
15th, fucking put it straight on, Brett. Short putt, straight in, par.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, it was good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you now, it would have been a lot more funny, and I said this at the time, would have been a lot more funny if you'd missed it.
Now,
Because there was
Brett,
something weirdly not satisfying about you hitting the par.
yeah, it was downhill from there. Brett can confirm. How many clubs do you reckon Bonfz launched on Friday? So, mind you, we played in two, so we went out there. Kyle and Dylan came down. Me and Kyle played. Dizzer and Bonfz played. So you already know he's at a disadvantage because he's had to walk out there with the serial pest.
Yeah, so the pest is going to
Who was, I promise you, in his fucking ear all day. It was from the moment they teed off. Oh, actually, I probably missed the first, but from the moment I started getting around him, he's just fucking bite. He got to, Bonfz had shot the best front nine he'd ever shot. Played the back nine. We weren't going to. We were only going to play nine. We stayed around, played the back nine. He was going okay. Then he started imploding and Dizzer, you know what Dizzer's like. As soon as he got a little itch, mate, he was fucking getting him.
When my driver snapped in half and I picked it up off the ground, the first person I looked at was Dizzer. This bloke looked so scared. I was waiting for him to say something. And I was going to beat the shit out. He's like, oh, no, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's polar opposites when Bonfz broke his driver, that's for sure. But hey, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times. But I watched that club go in the air 6 times.
I didn't throw it that many times.
Yes, you did. I counted every single time you fucking launched that club. He went 6 times in about 4 holes.
I'll tell you what, I was getting some good air on them. Though.
Oh, mate, one of them went further than the ball. And like that's not even joke. You know, Happy Gilmore, the club went further than the ball. It was literally, this thing went fucking, it boomeranged.
Brett,
it went a fucking country mile.
You remember when you did maths, Brett, and you seen bell curves on the sheet? the trajectory of these clubs were a proper bell curve.
This thing went higher than any tree on that fucking course. I promise you that. Anyway, the greatest thing I got today, the picture of his club. There's a bit of damage on his hybrid.
Yeah, I'm not. Look at. Long story short, Brett. I'm in the hole a few hundred.
Well, join the club. Join the club. I'm in the club in my life.
But very, very, very good. Hey, one more. I know we're kind of probably well and truly over on golf chat. Golf chat's gone over a little bit here.
There was big things to talk about.
Oh, mate, you couldn't script this. This is 2 days of golf. This is super eventful. So we go out to, I think I'm on the 6th. You guys have just finished the 6th. And I think the 3rd is over on the other hole. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, this was the Asians.
Yeah. Anyway, next minute, this bloke starts yelling, like screaming, going off his fucking tree. And I thought that he was yelling at his friend. I don't know what's going on. I'm a fair distance away from this. And he's going absolutely fucking ballistic on this bloke behind him. And they stop. And then he starts going again. You fucking almost fucking hit us. Fuck you. Call out 4, blah, 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 blah. Stops for about, I don't know, probably 10 seconds and then starts going again. Like the other guy says, I think he's apologizing. I don't know what he was saying. Like, I didn't see you. I didn't see you or something like that. Starts going again. Mate, you've almost hit me mate's wheel.
Oh, no, he didn't say that.
And I'm telling you, I'm in the deep. These two up there. And I'm just like, did he just say he almost hit his mate's wheel, like on his cart? Like, is that what he's yelling at? And he's like, you fucking dickhead, you missed his fucking wheel by about a fucking meter. And he's just yelling. And I'm just,
Oh.
I'm just like, can you shut the fuck up? Like,
At one point, he did yell that out. Too.
yeah,
I actually get scared like going anywhere with Corey because he doesn't care. And then he will
Real
legit,
Aussie.
like,
He's a
but-
real fucking Aussie, mate.
But even
you'll
And
see
he's-
the
he-
angriest man in the world, and
and I'll
Corey will
tell you
just tell
now-
him to shut the fuck up.
Brett,
But
he had a swig of Bundy in his bag too. He just had a couple small
dangerous
bottles of Bundy
hours.
in
But
there.
even Dizza, like that was like super unnecessary. So he wasn't angry that he almost hit him. He was angry because he almost hit his mate's golf bag
His
with
bag,
a shot.
his bag. He did one
A
have one
wheel.
of those motorized bag cart type things, probably worth about 2 or 3K.
You've
And I'll tell
almost
you
hit me
now-
mate's fucking wheel.
Final fucking golf story.
Oh yeah, you got another one.
That fucking crispy guy in Patreon, he can get fucked because he was meant to team me up to get a discount on them. I got the discount without him, so he can get fucked. And second of all, that other
This is
fucking
good.
idiot, who was it, Rothberg, that told me to
Rothberg.
fucking, he goes, yeah, nah, Bomb, so fucking Monash will have a fucking some traffic tomorrow morning, mate. You better fucking leave early.
And you're gonna set your own buggy up.
And when you buy the buggies, you got to fucking screw them all together and all this shit. So I fucking rocked up to the course an hour early. And of course, Dizza messaged me saying, yeah,
An
now
hour
I'm
and
fucking
20
late.
movie early.
Yeah. Can you fucking put together my buggy? So I'm like, well, at least I've got something to do. Open up the first box. They're already fucking assembled.
He texts me. It's 10:30. We're taking off at 11:50. He texts me at 10:30. He's like, "You any chance of getting here anytime soon?" Because I'm already at the course.
No.
I'm not even awake.
Oh.
Oh,
not happy.
fuck, that was good. For everyone that's still listening, that was golf chat.
And I'll tell you now, if we don't have stories at the back end of our golf day for Patreons only, the end of season trip, I think that's what we're trying to organise, providing
That's gonna be
restrictions allow us. So there's probably the first potty next year is probably going to be pretty. We might need to just release an exclusive Elites fucking golf
Golf
day
pod.
podcast. Yeah, Patreon podcast.
It'll be messy. Vice captain and captains, please. We'll start with you, Bretta.
Oh, you
I
always
don't even know
catch
the
us off
fucking
guard.
fixture.
I'm retiring
Let's-
myself from actually
I
writing
am
articles,
going
for those that are wondering.
That's your article, but how can you do
Max
that?
Gorn,
All right,
feel
so
free,
the first
Brett.
game,
feel free.
the first game, Doggies versus Gold Coast, into Tigers versus GWS. Don't like that. North Carlton, don't like that. Wow. Okay, gets interesting. Melbourne's the second last game. Collingwood's the third last game. Brisbane's the second last game. Not much to it.
Well, the problem is here, because you've got Neil and Gorn in the same game,
Yeah.
and you've got Grundy the game before. So
You
if you don't
need-
have a non-playing,
If
from
you don't have
Freo
Rivers,
to
if Rivers
Geelong-
gets selected, you're fucked.
Yep, or Sturt, if Sturt doesn't get
Sturt, yeah.
selected. Darcy Cameron's going to be useless to you. West
got
Coast,
one.
maybe some people got Brandis. Oh, no, that won't work because, West Coast play Collingwood.
Yeah.
So you're going to need someone from, you might have a Robertson even. I've got Robertson, so I'll be able to do Grundy into Neil there. But, yeah, it spells danger.
I'm going to go Riley O'Brien into Grundy.
Riley O'Brien again.
Yeah, but look who he's playing.
Yeah. And I'll tell you now.
Are you
if-
not worried about Grundy against Nick? Because Nick Nack's actually good, right?
Yeah, I actually just looked at that, but I don't really have much of a choice. Neil against Melbourne, like Grundy versus.
What about oh no, it's something.
Grundy
Don't
versus
worry.
that, yeah. There's not
What,
that many
what about
options.
Cripper? Can Cripper turn it around against North?
I don't like
Um,
games against North. Big, strong midfield. They annoy me.
I think and I did say in the preseason, if you remember, I said if there's one of those big guys I feel like who could drop off, it might be Cripps, but I was too scared to kind of do it.
Yeah.
And I think the thing with Carlton at the moment is players like Setterfield are getting 100 points every week.
Yeah,
And Jack
Chelsea.
Martin's getting 100 points every week. And then, Pitternet's guaranteed for 20. So, they've got some high scoring players, but they're getting more of a spread from everyone. And I don't know. I'm not sure Cripps going to dominate games like we've been used to seeing him dominate.
McRae Thursday night versus Gold Coast. VC.
I like McRae, but what the thing is with McRae, if he could have had a first half in the last,
Yeah, agree.
I'd be very comfortable with it. But he hasn't had a first half.
Yeah, that was my same game. Multi also had McRae most disposals. My little pinner was fucking tiny come quarter time / half time that game the other day.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you know
whatever
what?
you do,
I
you
don't
get it
mind
into
the
Gorn
McRae.
if you have him.
What about into Dangerfield?
No.
Like a Gorn into Dangerfield if you've got Sturt.
No, I don't like it. Oh,
I think the reality is that once you go Gorn, you're not captaining Dangerfield, because even if Gorn has a shit one and gets 120, you're not going to
Yeah.
fucking captain Dangerfield.
So is that
there's
not the safest move to do that?
Well,
trying to
Not
get
necessarily.
like a 150, 160 from somewhere else.
I want it on the board somewhere else, and then if that fails, then I'll just take whatever Gorn gives me.
Okay.
I think I saw some crazy stat that Gorn just does not do anything ever against the Lions, like 10 games in a row or something.
Yeah, but I mean, it's weird to say, but is the natural progression of Petrarca and Clayton Oliver and everything, is that why Gorn is a 150 this year?
Gorn's got a high score of 105 in 7 games against the Lions with a career average of 74.
But is that irrelevant this year, or is it more relevant?
Corey, I'm not bringing him in because he's going to get a prize tip. Tim English, welcome.
No.
Tim English. I'm getting him, Corey. Him or Goldie, one or the other.
200. Well, in that case, you're going to loophole Tim English on Thursday.
I'll tell you now. No. If I end up with Goldie, I will be VCing Goldie against Pitternet. I think that's a must.
This guy's got Goldie. He's gone from I could not pick anyone other than Gorn into English to Goldie's my VC.
I actually so badly want to pick Goldie as well. I just don't.
I would. I honestly don't see why you can't.
Nah, you need Gorn, I think.
That means I have to get back.
Mate, Gorn gets points for breathing.
Goldstein's quietly putting together 140 a game.
Yep. Goldie it is. Goldie's coming in this week and he's going to be my VC. Done.
What's the price difference between Gorn?
100K.
Before this week, and Goldie would maintain price. I think his break-even was 135. Top of my head, I think he scored 120 something.
Are you fucking kidding? That's actually so good. That means I could go get Trelaw and fucking...
Goldstein.
No, I could go get Trelaw and Baz this week. Or Trelaw and Petrarca.
Goldstein's break-even was actually more than that.
I'll go get Gorn and Petrarca and then get Goldie next week. I won't do that. I'll get Gorn. I'll end up with Gorn. I won't have the balls to do it.
You'll save 120 and for like a 15 point per game difference. Is it 120K worth it?
Doesn't Titch statistically play pretty good against Sydney as well?
Yeah, he absolutely dominates them. Yeah. But there's something, just Mitchell. I mean, it's not even. Although, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I'll pick him next year for sure.
Will you?
Yeah, back to full time. Yeah,
back to full time. Better. He'll be price drops. He'll be comfortable. He's a lock next year.
And then you don't pick players like Trelaw who get found out when they can't kick a fucking football.
Maybe Petrarca, but only not.
It's the opposite with Tom Mitchell. Tom Mitchell's had 4 games on the Swans for a high score of 114.
So there you go.
Oh, there you go. I might go Noel Bolter.
Yeah, the GOAT.
I'll tell you who seemed to turn a corner just a fraction was Lockie Whitfield, and that Richmond team is very, very depleted at the moment. Would not surprise me if Whitfield came out with like a 150.
See Delidio's comments, like knocking out about being too selfish.
Yeah, he's probably right.
I reckon that hurts coming from someone who was at your club as well.
Yeah, well, it hurts probably from people who weren't at your club, but it'll hurt more from someone like Delidio.
Yeah. He mustn't have too many mates at the club if he's throwing comments around like that.
Yeah, but in all fairness, like if I left this podcast, I'd probably throw shit around at you.
Yeah, but it would be fair. It'd be fair and justified.
Done. Anything else, Dad, boys?
Yeah, I wouldn't accept the comments because I ignore negativity, Corey.
Yeah, smart. Georgiades are fucking any sniff to get named this week?
No, please, no, because while I've got trades to do, come in on a week that I don't have to do a fucking trade or something.
Motlop's injured. Someone else is injured. Burton's injured.
He's in.
Yeah, there's positions available for the cheeky Miss Georgiades to sneak in.
McInerney surely, or McInerney surely coming in.
Who did the Swans have get hurt? They had a bunch.
No, that was the week before, wasn't it?
No, yeah.
I'm not sure they had a few out.
It was Kennedy from the week
Also,
before.
I got a bone to pick with you. When did you grab Rowbottom out of the draft league?
Hey, you like that? How good that guy.
That's it. First thing I did. Yeah. First thing I did today was when I finished was I went and popped off and I was like, yeah, where's he? I'm gonna chuck a cheeky waiver on him.
Yeah.
You fucking hate him, you dog.
Hey, he's fucking good, Rowbottom.
When did you pull that?
Last week.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah, I had someone go down. And I had to run a 0 in our league bombs because I had Cunnington, Howe, Lysette, Stewart, and Williams.
Oh, Zach Williams.
I've got this final defender spot that is just cursed for me. And I thought I've maybe, found a bloke who's could pop off and maybe fill it. And it was Josh Battle and he got injured and scored 8. So
you want him back?
That was me.
You won't trade me Hugh McCluggage. So
I can't believe you gave up Hugh McCluggage.
I don't want to talk about it. It's the worst trade I've ever made.
Fucked.
It's the worst trade.
You are so good at trading.
Yeah, it's the worst trade, the worst move I've made in the history of fantasy sports.
What did I give up for it?
Jeremy Howe, who you picked up on waivers 6 months later.
That's
He
right.
broke his leg or whatever he did, and he fucked up, and he fell apart for me. That week, he literally broke down. Because I had I had Taranto, Hopper, all those blokes going 100, and I was like, I literally had McCluggage sitting on the bench dropping 90s, and I have one defender short. And Howe was like averaging mid-90s.
How is no pun intended, but how's this? I traded. Obviously, you know, Bretta, because I kind of fucked up and traded for a pick that you had already had. But traded Brad Crouch for Scott Lysette, and then about 2 hours later, after that move goes through, Scott Lysette's out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, Ladhams was good, I thought.
He was. He's
I don't know what he's worth. He was actually
they're
good.
so high on Ladhams, man, and that's why I didn't pick Lysette this year, because they are so high on him, and they're going to play him. So
he probably would have won that. What do you call it?
Fuel.
No. Most possessions on the ground type bet thing.
What do you mean?
How many Ladhams had about 1,400 touches, didn't he?
21.
Yeah, no, I think
felt
Boak.
like
I think,
a lot more.
I think Boak had more of the ball.
Just felt like a lot more than maybe.
No, Boak only had 18. I think Ladhams might have had the most touches on the ground.
Okay. So
You honestly would have got that at probably fucking 100.
Paddy Cripps tied 21. That's huge. How'd you pull that? What are you paying attention, Bonfz? This guy doesn't care about the season.
Well, he was up
game.
Against Pitney and watched him absolutely butt hurt him.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
And he only scored 80. Ruckman with 21 touches.
21 touches. Yeah.
Do you know, I actually think, I was going to wrap up there, but I actually think Pitney is so hard done by.
Same.
Like every single week. I versed him this week and I was...
You know why? Because he's a dead shit around the ground. He took one mark, and that was the first mark I've seen him take in 3 weeks, and he probably dropped another 6 others.
Yeah, I just like... Yeah.
His follow-up work and actual ruck work is good. He just does nothing around the ground.
Ruck work's fucking so good. Did you watch the Gorringe story on the Dylan Buckley pod?
So funny.
Oh,
so funny. And that was obviously against Gorn. That game.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's good.
Shout out to you, Brenda. Your mate Dylan Buckley, having a bit of a chat with him on the weekend, were you?
Oh, almost touches. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's brought it up. And I was watching Sam Simpson fumble the ball 400 times, and that was all I could think of.
What happened in Sam Simpson's second half? Because I turned TV off.
Popped off, kicked the goal, and got a bunch of easy ones behind the ball.
He had fucking 12 touches and a goal, and he scored 78.
76, yeah.
And Will Day had 18 touches and about fucking 9 marks and couldn't fucking generate 10 points.
Simpson's a premier.
I reckon Simpson's a golfer. Will Day's not. I reckon that's the difference. Hey, Brett, can you do me a favour just between now and the end of this week? Can you just find me a $40 pack of golf balls that I should get?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, anyone in the Patreon chat, if you want to piss Bonfz up this week, just go send me through a couple of photos of $40 packs of golf balls.
Actually, you know what?
You know what?
Send it to Bonfz as well. Send them all to Bonfz. Everybody inbox Bonfz.
Just
Twitter, everybody, add him. Golf balls, $40 an hour.
Yeah, because I'm clearly going to respond.
I was going to say on Twitter, don't, because you no chance of getting a response from on Twitter. Actually, the rudest dog I've ever met.
Yeah, I don't engage in negativity now, Corey.
That's fair enough. Anything else to add, boys? Fuck this pod ends up. It always ends up being way too long.
I told you at the start of the podcast, Corey, we needed to be here for 20 minutes.
Well, I think golf chat went for 45, so I reckon that wrapped up. All right, I'll leave us on behalf of Brett, Bonfz, and myself and our Patreons at patreon.com/SCElites. Peace out, community, and thank you for watching /